Meet Belle. Belle is my Harvest Moon, Story of Seasons, Pioneers of Olive Town character that I've been playing with for almost a year now. I've been doing a Let's Play with her here on YouTube, and her Let's Play is starting to draw to a close, so I thought it would be fun to make her in The Sims, along with her true love Ralph and her darling Rascal, and just kind of make her ultimate dream farm. So that's what I did. Of course, I moved her into Henford-on-Bagley because that is just the most quintessential farm life that you can ever possibly have. And I did try to keep her farm at least similar to the biggest house, which is her current goal. If you look right here, you can see what the biggest house looks like. This is a different character that I have that's actually made it to the biggest house. And I tried to keep it to the spirit, if not the exact dimensions, because that's really hard to do in The Sims. But you know, I tried to at least keep it to the spirit of the entire thing. So the first job is always clearing the lot, so we can start with something that we kind of like. And when I tell you the outline of the house was the easy part, trying to get the roofing right was, and always is, sort of a nightmare for me, and I think I just now figured out what I did wrong. Huh. Anyway, I ended up having a lot of trouble with the roof, even later on in decorating, and I still am not sure that I 1000% got it right, but you know, I might be able to get it right in gameplay. If I ever do decide to actually play with these characters, I might have just made them so that Belle and Ralph can always live on inside of The Sims. I think I ended up getting the shape right, and I got the outside as close as I could get it. And then I just had far too much fun going a little bit crazy with the decorating. Which, decorating the outside of Sims builds, I feel like I do a better job than decorating the insides, because no matter how much I like to pretend that I have good taste, I can't say that I necessarily do. But you know, it's starting to look about right. You know, we're getting there. I felt like shutters are definitely a 1000% yes for Belle's house. I think I ended up giving her more windows than the actual house in Story of Seasons has. But you know, you can't have too many windows. You also can't have too much light. One of the big things that is sort of a key thing in the gorgeous house is that plant wall. I've noticed that on my other save file that I have. And I figured Belle is such a little farmer. She loves her animals. She loves everything like that. So we definitely have got to give her some animals. So thankfully The Sims does have animals. So I gave her a chicken coop and a barn for a llama and a barn for a cow. And then I just had to kind of figure out where the heck I was going to put them and how I was going to get them arranged and keep them penned in. Love your animals, but the animals on Belle's farm just kind of wander everywhere, which is fun, but not practical in The Sims. You don't really want your cow and your llama tromping across your cornfield It just doesn't work quite as well. So I gave her a separate area for crops, and then she's got a little area for her flower garden as well. I think I always say this when I do a Sims build, but I really enjoy building in The Sims. I'm not actually good at it, but I enjoy it. It's kind of like everything else in life. Even if you're not great at it, as long as you're having fun, I think that's what counts. Now, since Belle is kind of a master farmer at this point, I figured she needed a big garden. And she, of course, needed patchy. And then a smaller flower garden with a bee box, because she does have bees in the Story of Seasons game. So, that's very important to kind of keep the continuity going, as close as I could anyway. Also, you would never have really good grass in the middle of an animal pen. As somebody who has had animals, including goats and chickens, the grass never stays. In fact, I think I might have made that grass a bit too grassy looking. But, we'll let it slide for now. Trying to get some decent landscaping in, and then I realized that the gate that I wanted and the path didn't exactly fit, so I had to do a little bit of rearranging and a little bit of just landscaping along the path, just to make it look lived in. Then, of course, a flower arranging table for Belle and a woodworking table for Ralph, because he definitely seems like he would have it. And The Sims doesn't have motorcycles, but they do have bicycles. So instead of Belle's moped, we'll just give her a bike. And then it's time to do the interior, which I feel like is always going to be my struggle. I'm nowhere near as good at insides as I am at outsides, and I'm not that good at outsides. But I did try to make it as close as I could to what it looks like in Story of Seasons. I did give Belle a back door that's not actually in the Story of Seasons game, but in The Sims I can go a little crazy and make it work a little bit better. I did make sure to put Rascal's bed and little pet food bowl down there, and I even made sure to give him a litter box. I feel like that's something you can forget really easily. And then just trying to make the kitchen look cute but still be functional. It took me a little while, but eventually I actually do remember that I should probably put lights in the place as well. It's the little things that you forget. But there we go. Let there be light. And then let there be some cute wallpaper. I did forget to put curtains in this build, which is another thing I feel like I always forget in my Sims builds. Not that the Sims themselves actually care, but I guess if you were in real life, you might want curtains in your house. Although I think the only people that would look into Belle's house would be her cows, and I doubt she's going to be bothered by that. I also decided to go with mostly a really pretty blues and greens, because that just seems to fit Belle. Even though her hair is pink, I feel like a lot of the Story of Seasons world is in blues and greens and pretty browns. I gave her a gramophone, and I did give her a TV and a gaming system because, a girl's got to be entertained, at least sometimes. I also gave her cross-stitch and knitting because maybe she will be better than me and actually learn to knit or crochet. I did learn to cross-stitch a long, long time ago, but it's been a long time since I've done it. I really wanted to put a fireplace in this build. I just couldn't figure out where it would fit. So I ended up just not. I even tried to put one upstairs. Just couldn't find... I just wasn't vibing with it. But can't forget the bathroom, which is a spot in Story of Seasons that you never see, but the door is there for it. So I figured, you know, gotta have a bathroom in The Sims, so might as well just go ahead and pop it in there. I think I took a very long time picking various things for the bathroom, so I did cut some of that out because after a while watching me desperately attempting to decorate can probably get old. So real basic upstairs. I kept trying to figure out how to do the upstairs layout because it's a lot different than it is in the actual Story of Seasons game. I wanted to at least keep the spirit of it, but kind of make it bright and pretty. And again, I think I succeeded. Also, I have never used these colors in a build before, but I'm thinking I like them. You know, I don't think I'm colorblind, but I also don't think I am all that good at decorating, like I said before. But I do know that upstairs there's some shelves to put all of Belle's trophies on. There's a bookcase, a desk. I do know that there's a calendar upstairs. I did forget to put a radio up there because I do feel like there's a radio in my Story of Seasons game upstairs, but you know, I can't remember everything. Like I said, I even forgot the curtains. I did want to give Belle kind of a cute little seating area upstairs and a cute little, like, not quite closet, but just a little dressing area for her and Ralph to share. And to kind of also make it a little bit more private, so I tried really hard and found just some little screens, just something so that they weren't totally exposed. And there I was trying to figure out maybe I could put a fireplace there. Didn't like that one either. That's okay. Throw a couple rugs down, put a little more decor, and we're golden. Or semi-golden. I almost feel like I might have made this farmhouse too big, but you know, at some point in the future, Belle and Ralph might want to expand their family. So all this room can be subdivided into kids' rooms eventually. Or something. Anyway, we're almost done. Just throwing a little bit of clutter around, and then we'll do a quick walkthrough so you can see what it would look like from a Belle's eye view. Now, when we do the walkthrough, you'll have to imagine, you know, cows and little sheep frolicking everywhere, kind of like it is on my Story of Seasons Let's Play, where I am, like I said, we're almost done with that Let's Play. All Belle has left to do is get the biggest house, which is what I was trying to do here, was give her just the biggest house ever, and the best farm in the whole wide world. And yeah. Alright, let's do a walkthrough. Not bad. It's looking pretty nice. Ooh, I think I should have possibly slowed that down. This is like the world's fastest walkthrough. But you kind of get the gist of it here. Hopefully I didn't get anybody motion sick as we look out over the farm. Anyway, I figure Belle has about another 6-ish weeks tops of the Let's Play. Like I said, we need to get 1,000,000 gold, we need to get married, and that'll probably be the end of Belle's journey. So if you want to tune in and see how that goes in Story of Seasons, be sure to tune in. But until next time, thank you, and I'll see you later.